Good day. My name is Daniel and I will be covering the stock market for today. This video is brought to you by Invest Social, a community where a lot of traders of all experience level come together to share an idea, strategies, insights, forecasts, and analysis. So if you want to be part, you can visit the site which is investsocial.com. Also note, this community is not only for traders, it is also for analysts and also developers. Visit and stay updated. Now let's take a look at the major news we are going to be expecting for the day. First, let's start with what literally played out on the 22nd. We had major earning on our Google, which is Alphabet, and also Tesla stock. Exactly what we were anticipating for markets, did give us, not quite bad, forecasts or earning. Oil price also still continued to rise up, due to the fact that we are having a major conflict in the Middle East. So of course, once this conflict keeps on, we should be expecting the oil price to keep increasing. So this is one of the reasons why stocks relating to oil, basically companies trading in oil, we see their stock price increase. Also, we also have, the US Treasury, 10 years US Treasury, rose to its highest level in about 2 months. So it is at its high. Absolutely, fantastic. So we will be expecting some major news for the day, which is for the 23rd. Let's see what markets will be doing. Now, in order for us to be able to predict what markets will be doing for the day properly, we need to dive into the charts and do an in-depth analysis and breakdown on what markets will likely give us for the day. Let's go into the charts. Starting with US 30, our prediction was very clear. We actually did predicted a bullish move for the day on our US 30. We were actually expecting market to actually come to tap a level of 52,733. That was our ultimate target. That is our level we would want US 30 to actually hit, right? Now, our movement was this, an high, and here comes the pullback, which is the higher low. This is also seen as a new higher high, right? And this will be seen as a pullback, which is an higher low. Now, with this higher low, market was able to give us a new higher high. Now, you can clearly see that this is clearly trending to the upside. This is very much a bullish move, and it is very much trending to the upside. Now, we are to have a series of higher high and an higher low. That is to confirm that that is an uptrend move, which market did give us around here. Now, this is also a pullback zone right here. This is very much a pullback, which market has now tapped our 10 period simple moving average. We should see this as a confluence to make markets eventually reject and bounce up. So now our next movement, right, on our US 30 will be a bullish move. Like we said, our target is still a level of 52,733. That should be our target. So if you are kind of like a swing trader, I think this opportunity will be a very good one for you. This will be actually a very fantastic opportunity. As you would want to go in for the buy and or the buy position. Let's go next to our Nvidia stock. So this was still the prediction we did yesterday. Our prediction was very simple right here. We are to expect markets to give us that bullish move. Which market is still giving us that bullish move? Previous trend was on a downtrend move. This was the previous movement. This was the previous trend. It was on a downtrend move. Right now, this is our current trend, and we are very much in an uptrend move. Now, guys, let's jump down to the 4-hour time frame right here. Now, if you have to zoom it out just a little bit, you will see that market did push up right here for the day. It's like literally did push up before starts giving us this pullback. Now, watch out for this push up that market did give us. It literally did push up and it took out this previous high. Now, this has now formed high right here. So this has now formed a. Remember, this was where the market was right here yesterday, previously, right? It was around this level where market was previously until market eventually pushed up and it has now formed a new high, confirming our prediction that it is very much in an uptrend move. Now, Guys, pay attention to this movement. I want you to pay attention to this movement. If you are to zoom it out just a little bit, you will see that market is literally giving us a pullback right here. And we should be expecting this pullback to around a level of 208, 207. So within that level of 208, 207, or even to a level of 206, yes, market, even to a level of 206, we can see, or we should expect market to eventually push up to form a new high that will eventually take out this previous high, thereby forming a new higher high. So guys, so one thing our advice is that we should be looking for the buy for the day, but only we should go in for the buy once we get the buy set up. Now let's take a look at our NASDAQ 100. Our prediction was very simple. We are to expect market to literally push up to form a new high, thereby taking out this high. But guess what market did? Market did push up and it eventually came back. So basically, the movement that we predicted is actually just an equal. Basically, it has not yet given us the main movement we are expecting, which is the movement to this resistance zone at a level of 29,785. This should be our target. This should be our level, which is a level of 29,785. So above all, in the long run, NASDAQ 100 will push up till it is able to hit our resistance zone. Guys, let's take a look at our Tesla stock. So there was an earning for today, so which did not really come out as much as the prediction or analysts were actually expecting. But it is fine. This is exactly what you would expect in the stock market. Once in a while, such a thing actually pay out. Guys, pay attention to this movement. I want you to pay attention to this movement. Market did give us a low drop, and this is a pullback. Market then was able to drop again to form a new lower low. You can see that market literally did drop to form a new lower low, and here comes the pullback, which is a lower high. This is also another drop forming a new lower low. So of course you should know, once you have a series of lower low and a lower high, you should be expecting a new lower low and then a lower high. So this is a new lower low for us. Our next movement on Tesla should be a pullback, which will be a lower high. So of course, we all know a lower high is what we should be expecting next. Once the lower high plays out, then markets can eventually drop to form a new low. And lastly, this is our S&P 500. Our prediction yesterday was market to come hit a level of 7,592. That was our target. That is our level, right? We were expecting market to push up to a level of 7,592. That is where or what we should expect market to actually tap. So markets kind of give us like a little bit of a bullish move. It is literally struggling, by the way, due to the fact that earning, this is kind of like the earning period whereby we're having multiple stocks giving us their earning reports for second quarter. So it is not of a surprise that a lot of traders and also investors are very much skeptical. But I want you guys to know that by this time next week, market should have hit a level of 7,592 and possibly break above it, but at least we should have been able to tap that level. And if it does not break above it, the market might likely to drop. If you find this analysis and this explanation very helpful, you can actually join the community, which is investsocial.com, to learn more, to stay updated, share your ideas, share your strategies. See you in the next video. Thank you.